We are live. Go ahead, Donnie.
You got it.
How's everyone doing today? How you doing today, Frank?
Well, I'm doing very well, thank you.
All right.
All right.
Well, it is June 4th, a little bit earlier than we normally do this, but we are on live with Frank Devita. And we're going to start bringing people in right off the bat so they can ask you questions and get to know you a little bit.
I'm ready.
Is it loud coming from me?
No, it's
Can you hear a lot of loud noise in the background?
no.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Good. All
Frank,
right.
how you doing today? Frank, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Yeah.
For a 95-year-old.
Where's home for you? You're in Hoboken, New Jersey?
No. My son is in Hoboken. I'm in Bridgewater, central part of New Jersey.
Oh, Bridgewater. Okay. Born and raised out there?
No, I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, right on.
Very nice.
Well, we'll get started early. I know there's a lot of people in the previous conversations that we had. We weren't able to get everybody in on the call to ask you a question. So we want to just start off early and give people an opportunity to come on, join us with you, and let's start asking some questions. Go ahead, Austin.
All right, let's bring some people in. All right. I think we know this guy.
Connor,
Hello. How's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. All right, you're on with Frank Devita.
a little dark, Connor. We can't see your face.
There you are.
I got you now. I got you now.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Frank. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
So, just want to say thank you for your service for our country.
Yeah.
And just want to let you know that I have two interests. One, World War II, and two, ancestry.
Very good. Yeah.
So what I would like to do is, can you tell me about your parents' names and your brothers and sisters?
Yeah, my father's name is Daniel. My mother's name was Elizabeth. And we were three, my sister Agnes, my brother Silvio, no, four, myself and my brother Daniel. We were four.
So, did any of your brothers serve in the military?
Yes, two of my brothers served in the military. My poor mother, she had three sons, all in combat.
Wow.
So what did your brothers do in the military?
My oldest brother was in the army. He was in Patton's Third Army. He went all the way into Germany. And my younger brother was in the Korean War. When the Chinese came over by the thousands, the Chosin Reservoir, he was there.
Wow. So are any of your siblings still living?
No, I'm the last of the Mohicans.
Wow. So how long did your parents live, Mr. Frank?
You got to talk a little louder, I didn't hear you.
How long did your parents live?
My father lived to 96 and my mom lived to 93.
Oh, wow.
So we have longevity in the family.
There you go.
That's why I'm still alive.
So, what'd you do in the Coast Guard?
Actually, I was a gunner's mate. I was in charge of 4 20-millimeter anti-aircraft guns on the stern of the ship. But during the invasions, I got on a Higgins boat and went into the beaches.
So, which campaigns did you participate in?
I participated Normandy, southern France, and then I went over to Marseille rather, and then I went over to the Pacific, the Philippines.
Oh, wow. Wow. So on June 6th, what were you doing on that beach that day?
Praying.
Great. Were you driving the Higgins boat?
No. My job was to raise and lower the ramp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many trips did you do?
So were you in the front, like right in the front, lowering that ramp?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was 3/4 of the way back.
Okay.
We made 15 trips to the beach.
Oh wow.
And under constant fire the whole time? I can only imagine.
The whole time. The first 5 or 6 times we went into the beach, we were bringing troops in. The big red one and 29. And after the 6th, we started bringing dead bodies back to the hospital ships and to the mic ship.
Oh wow. That must have been a rough day for you.
Man,
Wow.
that is wild.
So
D-Day was pretty nasty.
My Higgins boat, okay?
I had a little Higgins boat model.
It's very ironic. This was in a museum in France, and it was my boat, number 28.
Wow.
Oh
So-
wow.
you see the number PA-26 was what, Dad? Your ship's number?
Ship's number, yeah.
And 28 was,
The boat number.
so the very first wave that Dad went in, the Higgins boat that he was on, was PA-26-28. You know that museum right before you get to the beach where the flames are? The metal sculpture in
Yes.
Omaha?
Yeah.
There's that little museum right there.
Yes.
This was sold there, and they have a replica of this ship with this number on.
Wow.
Dad crewed that the first wave in Omaha.
Yeah.
You can't make this stuff up.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
On the first wave, we lost 6 boats. No crewmen. We just lost 1 crewman who died. But all the others we pulled out of the water and we saved them. We lost the boats, but we saved the men.
Do you know how many boats went in initially?
27
27?
boats.
Okay. Wow. You
Yeah.
lost 6 of them. That's a pretty big loss with
Yeah.
that few amount of boats going in.
Those 88s are pretty dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
the best gun in the whole war, the 88.
Wow.
They were just picking the boats off one by one.
Wow. So Frank, Connor here is in Louisiana. He's down in Lafayette. So we get these kids for all over the country. Connor's really into World War II and meeting you guys. It's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Really into
My good-
ancestry too.
My great grandfather was a World War II veteran himself. He was an Army Air Corps pilot in World War II, and he made several trips. One in Germany, one in France, and one in Poland. And his last mission was at Normandy before the D-Day invasion. So he had to fly over the Normandy lands with his superior.
Wow.
I have a picture of him. You want me to get a picture of him?
What, take long?
No, it's in my backpack. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Frank, it's amazing. I just love the interest from these young kids. And Connor has been coming on almost every week for the last 2 months, joining our conversations. And, it looks like it's pretty early in the morning there. I don't know. Oh, he's in Louisiana, but yeah.
It's like 11 a.m. or noon.
Yeah, no, for sure. But it's amazing to see the entrance and the interest from these young kids. And it's comforting for sure.
Well, I was a young
Johnny.
kid.
Oh,
I
sorry.
was a young kid going into the beach, 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
I was one of the youngest. I'm one of the oldest. Oh, there you are.
This
Oh,
is
wow.
him right here.
Connor, what's his name?
His name was Fred Wilson. He passed away in 2005.
Wow.
All right. What,
He'd
what
be
kind of
100
plane did he- what kind of plane did he fly?
B-17s, Flying Fortress.
Oh, the B-17. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, cool. Connor, thanks for coming on. Connor, you going to do the walk on Saturday? You know about our walk?
Yeah, I've been trying to do a walk. How do we join in?
So you can go to the events.com and Facebook,
Sure.
Instagram. There's links there. do our walk, and we're just having everybody all over the world is going to do a 3.1 mile walk on Saturday in solidarity with us to honor the guys for D-Day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Donnie's rocking his new
That's quite an
shirt.
honor.
That's the new official commemorative walk shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Will any part of
So
that be televised? Will any part of that be televised?
We'll be going live all over the world with different people who are doing the walk. We'll be live on Facebook and YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Frank, there's going to be people walking all over the world, from Australia all the way out to Israel. I mean, everywhere in between. We're all taking some time out of our day. Walk as far as you can. We recommend 3.1 miles, which is a 5K, and that's from the western end of Omaha Beach to Point du Hoc. As you know, 5th Ranger Battalion with General John Rand, who at the time was a captain, had a meet. His goal was to meet up with the 2nd Ranger Battalion at Point du Hoc to help them with the guns on top that weren't there. So it's kind of like
Unfortunately, they lost half of their men on Point du Hoc. Yeah.
oh, wow.
Point du Hoc was brutal.
unbelievable.
Mr. Austin,
Yes.
is there a way that I can talk to General John Ron? I've been thinking about him. I've watched YouTube videos with him.
I've actually talked to him, and we're gonna try and get him on one of these one time, which would be really cool.
Can I talk to him and ask him questions?
Oh, I'm sure you'll be on when he gets on.
Of
For
course.
sure. Oh yeah.
Sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Yo, he's a very cool guy.
Oh yeah, for
He's
sure.
got a lot of great stories.
Absolutely. Connor,
I can-
it's always a pleasure to have us today, Frank Devita, and
Absolutely.
hopefully you'll be able to join us this Saturday as we walk to remember.
I can't do all 3 miles, but
No,
Yeah.
I'll go as far
We
as
don't
I-
expect you to. We're walking for you, Frank.
yeah, you don't need to walk. You get
Yeah,
to.
you take the day off. All right. Well, Connor, it's good to see you again. We're going to bring someone else in. Have a good one.
Take care,
See
Connor.
All right. So I'm going to put a link to the walk, to the event page in the chat. So if anybody has questions about the walk we're doing on Saturday, go ahead and click that link. Let's bring in someone else here. I don't know who this is. I think I know who this is, but I don't know. I'm about to find out.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Let's see, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, sweet. We can hear you.
All right, you're on,
What-
Frank Devita.
What's your
All right.
name?
I'm Peter.
Oh, Peter. Okay, Peter.
Where are you from, Peter?
DC.
DC.
You see.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
A week or two ago.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Cool. You're on with Frank Devita.
All right. Well, thank you for your service, Mr. DeVita. I had a few questions. So during the Operation Overlord, did you know how big it was going to be? Like, obviously you knew you were invading France and Normandy, but did you realize like the significance, and did you realize that it was going to be this big?
We
Yeah,
had no idea that how bad it was going to be. If we knew how bad it was going to be, we would have made a U-turn and back to the ship. No, it was bad. It was very, very bad on the beach. Yeah, we suffered 2,000 casualties
Mhm.
on the Omaha Beach.
And then what were you doing 76 years ago today? Like, were you preparing for the invasion?
Yes, yeah, my ship was in Scotland. That was our home base, and we did maneuvers up in Scotland. And then when the day came, actually we were supposed to go in the 5th, but then the weather was so bad that Eisenhower called off the invasion till the 6th, and then we started going in on the 6th.
Okay.
That's crazy.
And then also, did other veterans, did they use the clackers?
No, that was the Army did that.
Just to,
And the paratroopers. No, we didn't do that. No.
These little crickets, is that what they call them? Crickets?
yeah, the crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
things
the
are
parents
awesome.
could use that. I use those. And Joe Riley, 501st, he still carries around his original cricket, actually.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Is that an original cricket or is that a replica?
It's a replica.
Okay. Those things are cool though.
Yeah, they are.
Well, cool, Peter. You got any other questions?
No, those are the main ones.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on. Good to see you again.
Thank
And we're going to try to get as many people in here today.
you. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Come on, Peter, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, do you ask? Oh, we gotta see if is he gonna join us for the walk tomorrow?
Oh, I'm not sure. We put the link in the chat there. And that's
Okay, good.
Saturday we're doing the walk.
Good.
Yeah.
On the 6th.
So just to remind everybody, Saturday we're doing a big walk worldwide where everybody, wherever you are, go out, walk 3.1 miles to remember and honor the guys who fought on D-Day and the ones who gave their lives. And it's just a cool way for all of us all over the world to be unified, doing the same thing at the same time, just remembering and honoring these guys who paid the ultimate sacrifice 76 years ago. And it's important that we do not forget this. No matter how many years go by, it should always still be just as important, and we should always remember it. And that's why we're just doing something tangible to get everybody involved and in unity, walking in solidarity together. So,
Yep, 76 years later. 76
years.
years later, we remember and we will never forget. And we encourage everyone to, just spend some time, walk as far as you can with your family, your friends, yourself. Just take that moment. I mean, it's special. So we're certainly looking forward to it on Saturday.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
76 years later, we remember and we will never forget. Hey,
Caleb, turn down the volume on whatever you're watching it on.
What's your name?
On the phone.
Hey, Caleb, how you doing?
Hey, it's going good.
You got any
Let's
questions
get
for me?
Yes, sir, I certainly do.
Oh,
let's
he's
get shirt.
representing BDF. Like we got 3 BDF shirts in here.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, looking
You
good.
got the shirt on, too.
I got the written thing, the patch, the shirt,
Hey,
and I also got the pin. I put it on my grandfather's old war uniform.
oh wow, that's cool.
Oh, right on. Right
Where
on.
did your grandfather serve?
I can't remember which one this is because I actually have multiple uniforms.
Well, that's an army
Because-
uniform you showed me.
Oh yes, sir.
So he must have been in the
Oh.
army.
Okay, then that was my grandfather.
Yeah.
He was in. My grandma told me he was in the 101st Airborne.
Okay.
Very
all
cool.
right.
But I also have a lot of other family members. Like one was a military MP in World War II, and another one, my great grandfather was in the Navy on the I think it was the Arizona, I believe, and my other great uncle was a Marine in the
Wow.
Island Hopping campaign.
A lot of family
Thanks,
service.
sir.
Very cool.
Right on. What's for Mr. Frank?
Is your
Yes,
grandfather
sir.
still alive?
Sir,
Is your grandfather still alive?
unfortunately, I only have one left. Because Uncle OF, who was the Marine, passed away 2 years ago. So the last one I have left is my Uncle Doug, who was the military MP in World War II.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Very cool. So what's your question there?
Before I ask a question, I'd like to thank you for your service, Mr. Frank.
Thank you.
Because it means the world to me to have guys like you who went out and sacrificed so much and gave up many of you gave up your future, what you would have had, protect us and serve and fight for us, sir. And it means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
My first question is, do you have any advice for
I don't understand the question.
Oh, you broke up a little bit there, Caleb.
You broke
I'm
up.
sorry.
You broke up.
My question was, do you have any advice for my generation?
Yes, I have a lot of advice. I give seminars in high schools, and I tell these high school kids who are 17, 18, 19 years old, join the service for 2 years. And you go in the service and you come out after 2 years, you got a pension the rest of your life, and you're still young enough to get another job. So put 2 or 3 years in the service. It's a very good experience. You're going to meet some fine people.
Good advice.
And Frank, how old were you when you were in the service?
I was 18 years old.
18.
Yeah.
Were you drafted or did you enlist?
No, I enlisted.
Enlisted.
I weighed 125 pounds.
Wow.
A little skinny kid.
Yeah, you're a little guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
18 years old. 18. Caleb, how old are you?
I am 14. I'll be
Just
turning
95 on May 15th. Yeah.
And Caleb's 14. So picture and just imagine like 4 years from now having to go and fight in a war like they did. Like, I mean, you're kind of from 14 to 18. I mean, there's a little bit of a change, but I mean, you're still kind of still a kid. You know, it's crazy.
Yes.
Can I tell you something? It's not because I fought in World War II, but in my opinion, World War II was the only war that was justifiable. The Korean War, Vietnam, all those wars, Afghanistan, we shouldn't be there. We should not be there. We're sending these kids out to die for no particular reason at all. They're not accomplishing anything, and they come home without legs, without arms. You look at them, you gotta cry. Yeah.
Yeah, World War II definitely had a very, very specific goal. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
War is certainly not pretty. And
Yeah.
when you commit to that, that's means there's no other alternative. And it's really sad.
For sure. For sure. Well, cool. Caleb, thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Caleb.
Caleb, are you joining us tomorrow to walk, or tomorrow
Saturday.
on Saturday to walk?
Yes, sir. Do we just go out at a certain time and walk 3.1 miles?
Well, you know, we suggest that you do it when it works for you and what time
Okay.
works for you. We just encourage everyone to get out there on June 6th to walk, just to know that you're walking in solidarity with so many people around the world, to remember what Mr. Devita did and his brothers and sisters on that day that changed the course of history. It's so important that we just pause and reflect and say thank you and to remember. So thank you for joining us. And are you gonna be walking with anybody?
I'm probably walking with my family.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm probably gonna be having my ticket, the $30 ticket, where you contribute, and my family's probably gonna be doing the free tickets.
That's wonderful.
Oh, good. Well, these are the new shirts right here.
All right.
Yeah.
Just in time for summer. So
Yes, sir.
My suggestion would be if you really want to, do something special, is wake up and walk at 6:30. That's the time the invasion happened. And, for a lot of people, waking up at 6:30 is tough, but it's not as tough as storming a beach
Yes.
and getting shot at. So if we can get up at 6:30 and do the walk.
yeah, 6:30 was
special.
Mr. Devita, what did you know about what approximate time you were there on the beach?
We left we dropped our boats in the water about 4 o'clock in the morning,
4 in the morning.
And we hit the beach about 6:30.
Yeah.
That's the
Great.
time. That's the time.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you take some pictures, Caleb, and hashtag BDF 76 D-Day.
Yes, sir.
Hashtag BDF 76 D-Day.
Yes, sir. I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
There was a really good video made by PragerU. It was its name called "The Fallen Soldier." It's about 5 minutes long, and it was made for Memorial Day, and it made me cry because it points out the sacrifices that our veterans have made throughout history.
Yeah, for sure. When you look at the numbers and everything, it's staggering. It's just blows your mind. It's terrible. So sad.
Yeah, in World War II, we lost over 400,000 men and women.
Yeah, that's just from our country.
Yeah. It's staggering when you look at the numbers for sure, especially, we look at it now, but you have to realize a lot of these guys were kids. When you go to the cemetery, you see all these crosses. And
We were all kids.
yeah, to put in perspective,
Right out of high school.
Yeah.
What grade are you in, Caleb?
I am going into 9th grade this year, sir.
9th grade. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cool. Caleb, I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Yes,
And
sir.
thanks for joining us on Saturday. And make sure to
Thank
post
you.
some pictures.
Miss
Thank
Frank,
you,
before I,
Caleb.
thank you again for your service, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
You too, bud. All right.
Bye.
All right. We got Ron on here from Spain. So this kid's coming in from Spain, Frank.
Did you hear that? Kids
Yes.
coming in from Spain.
I heard.
yeah.
Ron, you're super dark.
It's a little dark there.
We can't see you.
It's a little dark, Ron.
We can't see you.
That's a little better.
Turn the light off behind you. It's the room behind you. Oh, I know what it is. It's actually daytime there for Ron.
Oh, that's a little
He's
better.
coming in at night.
I can see you, Ron. How old are you, Ron?
11.
He's
How
11.
old?
11.
11?
11 years old.
You got some more light there, Ron? We can barely see you still.
And this?
Yeah, it's the backlighting. That's the
Oh,
problem.
maybe close the curtain, you think?
I don't think you can. It's just a big glass door.
Oh,
Well,
I see it.
It's all right. We can see it.
All good. It's all good. We see you.
I can see you, Ron.
It's like Ron finally got his hat and his shirt.
Yes.
How about that?
All right, let's see that shirt.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, you got the hat on too. Lovely.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. All the way out there in Spain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Took a while to get there.
All right.
I did.
Ron, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I do.
Speak a little louder.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my first question is, if you got shot in the landing craft when you were carrying troops.
No, I was very fortunate. I didn't get shot. No.
Okay.
Definitely got shot at.
Shot at, but not shot. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And my other question is, when you were going to drop the ramp,
Yes.
did you expect something?
Like, what do you mean expect something?
Well, if he expected like something very bad, or he did not expect nothing.
Oh, I guess when you drop the ramp, did you expect the worst, I guess?
That's a very good question. I was in charge of dropping the ramp. And the coxswain, the guy that steers the boat, he's captain of the boat. So the first time he said to me, drop the ramp. And I never heard him because the guns and the big diesel engines in the back. Then the second time he said to me, drop the ramp. And I heard him that time. But I didn't want to drop the ramp because the machine gun bullets were hitting my ramp. And I knew once I dropped the ramp, instead of them hitting the ramp, they would come into the boat. But then the third time he said to me, GD Devita, drop the ramp. And I dropped the ramp and the machine bullets came in and 16 rows soldiers died.
That was your first experience out there?
You know, up till that time, I had never seen a dead person in my life, you know. And when you see a dead person, it just gets to you and you never forget it. And you never forget it. Yeah. So Ron, give me another question.
No, I don't have more.
Oh, okay, all right. That was a good question, though. Thank
Well,
you.
Ron, always good to see you, buddy.
Are you walking in Spain with us on Saturday?
Yes, I will.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. Tell all your friends.
Yes, I will.
Make sure you post pictures and videos of yourself doing it, and do the hashtag BDF76 D-Day.
Okay.
Yeah. All right,
Thanks,
Ron.
man.
Appreciate you coming on. Thanks for walking with us, and I'm sure we'll see you soon.
Bye.
All right. Bye. So yeah, just think he's joining all the way from Spain. Pretty cool.
You know, Spain was neutral during
Yep.
the war, and it's comforting to see the interest and the support from kids that that don't even live in our country, and their appreciation for what you guys did and what our country did to change the world, our country, and to liberate the French.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello.
You can see me.
We can see you and hear you. Yes.
Hey, Dylan,
Yes.
how's it going?
What's your name?
My name is Dylan.
Dylan?
Yes.
Okay.
Dylan,
And
where are you from?
located?
I come from France.
Where in France?
Near Angers. It's 3 hours by car from Normandy.
Oh, okay. All right. Have you been back to Normandy?
Yes, I was in Normandy for the last June, and I was there also in for the 74th anniversary.
Right.
Yes.
Very cool. We met you there, didn't we?
Excuse me.
Did we meet you there?
I saw Donnie and at Utah Beach for the Red Carpet Festival.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, you got a question for Mr. DeVita?
Yes, I had a question, but before I would try to say something. I wanted to meet Mr. DeVita for the 75th anniversary of D-Day last year, but unfortunately I didn't met him, and I made a picture for Mr. DeVita to see him last year, but this is something it never happened. So I will show you the picture I made for him.
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Well,
Really cool.
That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it.
that's so cool.
Wow. Look at the picture with your still pot cocked.
That's awesome.
You know what this red thing is mean?
Sorry.
You know what the red thing means?
Yes, I had the patch. Yes,
That means-
I had there.
Yeah, that means amphibious.
Oh, okay.
Amphibious. Yeah.
He is very, very nice.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool. So he knows all about you.
Yeah. So do you do the reenactment every year in France? for D-Day?
I go to Normandy. I try that since 2018, and the first time I went to Normandy, it was in 2017, and it's something so special there. So since that time, my objective is to go there to remember all these men who give their lives for freedom. And it's something very, very special for me because I'm French, and they landed on these beaches, and it's something very, very emotional to think that some of these guys gave their lives just to liberate our country. This is something very, very emotional. Yes.
Wow. And do you do the reenactment? Do you dress up?
I have a beginning of a 101st Airborne. I don't know in English, but
Uniform.
yes,
Screaming
uniform.
Eagles.
Yeah.
The Screaming Eagles for 101st.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
I want to give you a little back. Do we have time?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Of course. Yes. Yes, we have time.
I want to give you a little background. You know, you just said that we went to the Americans went there to liberate France, and we did. But do you know, when our country was first born, if the French did not help us, we would be speaking English today from England, not from Oregon. They really helped us.
Mm.
So it's payback time.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, people forget that, and they forget that the French helped us. You know,
Yeah.
after the Revolutionary War. I mean, if it wasn't for the French, we wouldn't have a country.
That's
And
true.
we're forever grateful. We're connected. We're brothers, and we'll always be. And you know, it's just really special to.
So we love the French.
Absolutely.
We love the French. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is something very important to for the future to keep the contact between our two countries. Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So what's your question there, Dylan?
It was what was your feeling when you were on the boat and because you were in Coast Guards, so you landed the boats where the guys were, and what was your feeling at this particular time when you landed these guys?
Like I said, I was just a young kid out of high school. And when we landed on the beach with the machine guns to the left of us and to the right of us, and you're wondering when the next bullet's going to have your name on it. But fortunately, I'm not a hero. I'm a survivor. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, that was it. But something very important I want to say. This is thank you so much for your service. I'm so honored to be here on camera with you. So it's something very, very special. And thank you so much. I will be forever grateful for what you have done for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very cool that like you didn't get to meet him last year in person in Normandy.
Yeah.
You have this chance to kind of meet him in person.
Yeah, meet them.
That's very cool. It's the next best thing, I guess.
Were you there for the 75th anniversary?
Yeah, he brought that. I imagine you brought that picture to give to him last year.
Yes.
Yeah, he made that picture for you last year, but didn't get to meet you.
Yeah.
Did you see when President Trump was on the dais?
Sorry?
Did you see President Trump?
Did you see
When
when
he was-
Trump?
No, I had the possibility to go in Normandy just for the weekend and not for the week because I had school, so my parents disagree about that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But it was very nice because my first objective is to meet World War II veterans. This is something very, very important, I think. And this objective for me is from 2018 when I met my first World War II veterans.
And how old are you, Dylan?
Excuse me?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 17 years old,
17. Okay.
18 soon.
Very cool.
It's the
Well,
same
thank
age as you were, Frank, when you were going across English Channel.
Yep, 18 years old.
18 years old. Yeah.
Crazy.
Thanks for joining us, Dylan. I appreciate it. And
Dylan.
yeah.
You walking with us on Saturday?
And thank you for that placard that you made.
Thank you to you. Thank you. It
Are you
will be a pleasure to send it to you.
Okay.
Maybe if you want, yes.
Yeah. Hit us up on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll get you an address to send that to.
Yeah, just send it to the foundation's address. We'll make sure that he gets it.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
you.
Dylan.
for sure.
Thank you for your service. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you. Bye.
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 That was cool.
Yeah.
Nice boy.
See, the French, I mean, Frank, you've been there several times to France. I mean, the French, they don't forget, and from generations to generations, they pass down that information. So even the youngest kids remember.
God, when we go there, especially in southern France, in the Normandy region,
Yeah.
they absolutely love us. I mean, they come up and ask for autographs and they kiss us. And I did a little dance with a French girl. It's something that you can't write about and put in books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
incredible. It's inspiring. Like, it changed my life the first time I went over and saw what it was like.
They still like us. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of there's a lot of veterans, Frank, who'd never been back, who said, I don't want to go back. I had different, I saw so much death and destruction. I don't want to go back. And you've gone back to the battlefields several times now. I mean,
11 times.
what's that?
11 times.
11 times. Wow.
And that feeling, I mean, can you just talk about the difference of going back now after all these years and getting all the love and appreciation from all the people out there? It's a whole different deal, huh?
They absolutely love us, really. Yeah.
Well, cool. Well,
What do we
Tobias,
have?
can you hear us? Where are you at, Tobias?
Yeah, I'm from Colombia. I'm actually in Bogota. I live there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Colombia. Cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what's your-
So,
is
excuse me,
Tobias.
sir.
I didn't get the name.
Oh, his name is Tobias.
Tobias. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He's
So
from
first of
Colombia.
all, Mr. Frank, I just wanted to say a really big thank you, because I know what bets are and I know their significance in our daily lives. We basically owe our freedom to you. And I really appreciate what all of you did, because you put your life at risk for our freedom. So that's what I first wanted to say. Thank you so much. I
Thank you.
think you deserve all the support that we, as the whole world, can give you. So I think that's really important. So yeah, so actually I'm really a fan of World War II. I want to be a historian after I do service in the military. I'm actually doing research papers. My monography is about the Special Operations Executive in British between 1942 and 1945. So it's I really want to keep investigating on that World War II stuff. Okay, so my question, sir. Excuse me?
I was saying, yeah, very cool. Keep it alive. I like it.
Yeah,
Your question
course.
is? Your question is?
Yeah. My question is, how did you feel when you heard the MG42's machine gun sounds like over the beaches? What do you think? What was your feeling? Did you had fear of your men, of basically directing them to their death, or if they could be alive? Yeah.
We were very scared. We did a lot of praying. And if anybody ever tells you that they weren't afraid, they're lying. Because anybody that's been in combat, you know, it's a different feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, and
You say you
I
served in
know.
the military?
Excuse me, sir?
You served in the military?
No, I'm actually 16 years old, but I want to
Oh,
serve in the
okay.
military. Yeah.
Going to.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I really want to put my life into service because I think we owe you the price of freedom, because freedom is not free, sir. And I think that we need to begin working on making the world a better place. So thank you for that, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so my second question is, how did you live after World War II? Like all the experiences, all the things you saw, how did you cope with them after the war?
When I first came home after being in battles, in 3 different battles, I used to have nightmares at night. And I used to jump back and forth in the bed, and I used to wake up sweating like that. But after a while, you know, it gets a little easier. The second year, the third year, the fourth year, it gets a little easier. But it never gets easy enough that you don't forget it. You always remember when you're in battle. You never remember. You always remember what happened and why it happened. And then I have a guilty conscience. Why am I alive? And these poor kids, they will die. Why am I alive?
Yes. How many of your comrades did you lose during D-Day?
Well, on my ship, we only lost 1 man. But on the Omaha Beach, we lost 2,000. And the first wave was, we call it the bloody first wave. We had 97% casualties in the first wave. 90%, 97%.
Wow.
You've been back to Normandy, right?
Yeah, I've been once, and I'm trying to get there every single week. Yeah.
And you look up from the beach and you see the mountain there, you know, it's a small mountain. And you wonder how anybody got on that beach, because they had us on a course fire, coming left, right. There was 33 machine guns on the beach. And they had 88s up in the mountain shooting down on us. A lot of boats got hit. Luckily for us, only one of our boats got hit and we lost 1 man.
Okay, yes. Okay, so well, I just wanted to say thank you, Donnie. Thank you for what you're doing. I really, really, really appreciate it. I know I'm not from the US, but I really know what you're doing for the whole world by helping these men. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you, Austin. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And I really would like to see you further meetings. Thank you so much for your service, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Ross.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll talk to you again.
Yeah.
Keep the history alive for sure. It's important. Your generation push it
It's
forward.
really-
I mean, for you, what you want to do in the future is so special. Just as Mr. Devita said about service, you know, serving your country, being a part of something is so helpful for the whole rest of your life. The values, the morals, all the things that you learn from serving will carry you on until you're 96, 97 years old for sure. So thank you very much. And hopefully you can join us on our D-Day walk, June 6th.
Yes.
To remember. Yep. And there's a little sticker there, and you know we're gonna all be walking around the world, and it's really nice to know that you'll be walking in Colombia. So we'll all be walking together.
Of course.
Take pictures. Send us pictures. Post them up.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Yeah, we're going to be going live too. So we're going to be going live, and ask to join our live when we go live on Instagram for sure. And yeah, so you are.
Yeah, I'll actually tell all my friends. Like I'll
Very
tell them
cool.
to join.
Awesome.
I really will.
Show that picture again. My son is here. I want him to see it.
Yeah.
What picture?
What picture?
Then you have a picture of me with the.
Oh, that was a different guy.
I'm sorry. I got the wrong guy.
Okay.
It's all right. All right, Tobias, good to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Talk
Nice
to you
to meet
soon.
you all.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
That was the guy before. You're right.
Hey,
That
what
was
is the
cool.
hashtag?
What's that?
Saturday. Best.
Yeah, 76.
Oh, BDF 76 D-Day.
Got it.
BDF 76 D-Day. That's the hashtag. So Donnie, take the floor.
No, so it's kind of special. It's really nice to have all of these guys walking around the world. I mean, so far we've had so many people from, so many places outside of our country. It's amazing that that they're all interested still in what happened. I mean, as kids, 76 years, and to just see black and white films, but to actually bring some light to history is really important. And this is a generation that's going to continue to remember and to push it forward. When he had kids, he's going to know that he has this opportunity that, hey, I had a chance to speak with a World War II veteran, and it's going to be special. And I'm just really happy. It just warms my heart to see all these kids, leading the charge for the future for what you guys have done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Donnie, did you want to talk about the Battlefield Returns, or should we bring more kids in?
Let's bring some more people in.
Okay. Sounds good.
How you doing, Dan?
Let's
Good.
see what we got here.
Yeah, Frank, you doing all right?
Yep.
We got Javier. Javier, you're
Hello.
sideways.
You're a little
Oh.
crooked.
You're
Hello.
sideways. There you go.
That's better. Hello, Javier.
Hello,
How are you? Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Right, Cali.
What part of Cali?
California. Okay.
I just wanted to say thank you for your service, and this means a lot to me that because of your sacrifices and your comrades' sacrifices, that our world can have freedom and peace. So I just wanted to thank you that. I don't think you mentioned this, but which beach did you storm in? Did you storm in Omaha Beach or
Omaha Beach. Omaha Beach.
did you think that Omaha Beach was worse as everywhere? Like every beach was like that?
It was the worst beach, and the reason was the Germans had just brought a whole division into Omaha Beach, so we had a lot of opposition on the beach.
Okay. Do you still have your M1 helmet?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, when I came home, I got rid of a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything special you did hold on to?
Not really. No.
So Frank, did you want to just kind of put it behind you and move on and start with your life?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Start a new life when you come
Yeah.
back. Yeah. And you try to forget, but you don't forget.
Right.
Something you never forget. Yeah.
Javier, what part of California are you in?
Part of California, the Bay Area.
Bay Area. Okay. Very cool. That's where my wife's
Good.
from.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
14.
How'd you get into World War II stuff?
It's really funny because it was from a game my dad bought me, and there was and I was playing it, right. I was like, this is really cool. So I searched up videos about it so I can learn more. I was like, I actually really like this stuff, and yeah, I just really got interested in it.
Which game was it?
I didn't learn anything in school about World War II, and as weird as it may sound, I got into this stuff from Call of Duty, like the original Call of Duty, like Call of Duty 2.
Mhm.
Like the impact of that game was insane, and even seeing the historical accuracies of that game, like going over to Normandy and like recognizing areas from that game, they did really well. Like,
Yeah.
when they first started making the World War II games, they were very historically accurate and very compelling. And
Yeah.
so, I mean, I get that, because we're not learning it in school.
Right.
And we're learning more from video games than in school, which is kind of weird.
Yeah. This was the
What do you
game.
think of that, Frank?
The game, Call of Duty.
Yeah,
World War II.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, Javier, do you have a question for me?
Yes. Did you feel like that you were gonna make it out alive?
No,
No.
no. I never thought I'd be alive. No. Fortunately, I was one of the survivors. Yeah.
I guess you should have to like prepare yourself, for that. On the 5th, as you're gearing up at 4:30. I mean,
I always say I'm alive.
we're gonna do this.
Javier, I say I'm alive for two people, Jesus Christ and my mother, my mom. Because my mom was on my shoulder all the time, and she's the one who pulled me through.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very cool. Well, Javier, thanks for coming on. You gonna be walking with us on Saturday?
Unfortunately, I cannot, but I will. I'll
You can do it any day. It's just important that we all remember. We of course chose Saturday being June 6th, but what's really important is that we remember it. We do something tangible to remember it and honor these guys. So you can't walk with us on June 6th. Get out there and walk. Remember, take some time. Just to reflect. And but what appears like you're doing, like it appears like you really respect the history and these guys, so you get it. So appreciate you coming on. Send us a message on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll send you out a shirt too.
I don't have social media. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, okay. Hit me up at austin.bishop@bestdefensefoundation.org, and I'll make sure you get one.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Thanks for coming on, man.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
All right. So we got time for one more.
Hey, Frank, it's pretty interesting that, you talk about video games, Austin, and, these are just other avenues where we could grab these kids' attention and to help them learn. So, pictures or books or whatever, but video games is such an important avenue to pique the interest of kids. And it's just,
there's a lot of good books. There's a lot of good books out there on World War II. In fact, probably more than any other war. And I read a lot. In fact, right now I'm reading Berlin, which was the fall of Berlin when the Russians came in. And each book has a different aspect. And what I like is they give both versions. They give the German version and the American or the Russian version. So you get a little taste of both of them. I enjoy that.
Yeah. There's so many different aspects of the war. Because everybody saw the war through different lenses, and looking at it from different perspectives is kind of interesting to learn about. And that's what's always piqued my interest. There's so much information out there.
Donnie, do you know who Rick Atkinson is?
Yes.
I wrote the trilogy that pretty much almost the Bible. So Dad was invited to a Brocal event, and Rick was sitting next to us, so I didn't recognize him. I said, "Hey, what do you do?" He goes, "Oh, I write
books.
I write, 3-time Pulitzer Prize winner or whatever it is. I'm a writer." Like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
Yeah, just not a lot, right? It's like
He signed 3 books for me.
Yeah.
The trilogy.
the trilogy, yeah, incredible.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get one more person in here. Let's see.
We'll get one more person on here before we go, Frank.
Okay.
Yeah. But
You
Frank,
enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
would you like to come on and do this again?
Why not?
I know. Why not? I think it'd be cool. Okay. Looks like we got Gabrielle coming in. I think that's how you say that name. I don't think that's Gabriel. It's Gabrielle, right? It's not connecting now. So let's see.
Here it comes.
Is it?
Can you hear us?
There we are.
Right.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry.
How do you say your name?
I'm very shy, or I'm very excited to meet a veteran of World War II. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. Take a deep breath.
Hey, oh, turn down the volume on whatever you're watching it on,
Okay.
because we're getting an echo.
Yeah, turn on the volume.
World War II. Sorry. And I have two questions. But
turn down the volume on whatever you're watching it on.
Okay, così.
Because we're getting an echo. Yeah.
Okay. Allora, so I'm from Italy, Bologna, and Italy, and I have two questions for a veteran, and
Yeah, no worries. Can you turn the volume down on whatever you're watching?
Yeah, turn your volume down on your computer.
Yeah, turn your volume down on the computer because we hear echo.
Yeah, we hear what you're hearing.
Okay.
That's all right. Just go ahead and ask the question.
Okay. The first question is, what's the biggest fear you had during the fighting of World War II?
That's all right. Just go ahead and ask. All right. So, what was your biggest fear during your fighting, Frank?
My biggest fear, I wanted to be alive. I didn't think I would survive, but God was with me and I did survive. But I was scared, and we were all scared. Don't forget, we were all kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, out of high school. Great. And we fought the Germans who were fighting for 4 or 5 years. And we whipped them, Yeah. Gabriel, where are you from?
He's from Italy.
Oh, she did say Italy.
Yes, I'm from Italy, Bologna. Bologna. So the second question is, have you ever seen during the fighting one of your friends die in?
Yes. Yeah, in the first wave, an 88 hit one of our boats and killed my friend on the boat. That was the only casualty we had in the war. Yeah, and Normandy rather, not the war. I should say Normandy. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Is that something that stuck with you, Frank? That, like, I mean, I just can't even imagine what that was like for you. It's just, oh, well, I'm sorry, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's hard for us to
like that. It's hard for me to.
You know, it's really hard for us to think about it. And when we try to, it's like, you know,
What grade is Gabriel in?
What grade are you in?
What grade are you in?
Sorry?
What grade are you in? Like,
what grade are you in?
Your school, like what level of your school are you in?
Yes. I attend the high school in a classic school, and this is my first year in a high school.
Okay,
and,
so you're like 15?
14.
14, okay.
14.
Yeah.
Gabriella, where in Italy are you from?
Bologna.
Bologna.
I'm Bologna. From
Best food in the world.
Do you have a villa for me when I come over?
Give them somewhere to stay. Very cool. Well, it's very cool to have you on here. Is it Gabriel, or how do you say your name?
Gabriele.
Gabriele.
Like Gabriele. Yes.
Gabriele.
Yes. Perfect.
Gabriele.
Gabriele. Oh, perfect.
Good. Perfecto.
Perfect. Okay.
Very cool. Well, it's good to meet you, man. Hopefully we'll have you on here again. And
yes,
you guys over in Italy, it's probably pretty rare for you guys to have interaction with World War II veterans. So this is probably something pretty cool for you, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, it's good to meet you. Hit us up on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll send you out a shirt. Send us a message on our Facebook page or Instagram page.
Yeah. Are you gonna
I don't have Instagram. And,
oh, okay. Send me an email to austin.bishop@bestdefensefoundation.org, and I'll make sure we send you out something. And if you didn't catch that, you can rewatch the stream and you can see it.
Okay.
Your message.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you for your service. Thank you so much to Austin, Donnie, and Frank. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you. Bye.
Cool.
That was wonderful.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. See, it's like this is just such a cool way for people who would never get the chance to meet you guys, Frank, to come on here, get a chance to ask questions and meet you guys and be a part of this history. And it's just so cool.
Richard?
Yes.
Can I tell Donnie what happened last week?
You can tell Donnie anything you want.
The conduct medal.
Oh, he knows.
He knows?
Yeah.
Oh, you know about it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
sent a picture. But Commandant gave him the good
Your son sent me a picture.
At 95 years old, I finally got it.
Well, Frank, tell us the story. Tell us the story.
The reason I never got it,
And also
what?
I got 2 captain's masks. You know, when you're bad in school, they send you to the principal. Well, aboard ship, you get bad, they send you to the captain. And I was bad twice, so I couldn't get the good conduct medal. But Admiral Schultz pulled a few strings, and he got it for me.
After how many years?
How many years, what?
After how many years it took for you to get the good conduct medal?
How many years did the war end?
76 years. Tell them about the French ship and the wine.
I think we have a picture. I think we have a picture of you with your good conduct medal. Austin, I just sent it to you. See if you can put that up.
Hold on. I'll have to, hold on.
So after 76 years, Mr. Frank Devita.
I got good conduct
medal, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, time, but the moral of the story is that you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put a little picture up right now of you with your certificate and your medal.
Let me, is it up?
There it is. Look at that, Frank.
Yeah.
There's you with your good conduct medal.
Good conduct medal.
Yeah, it's official.
It's official now.
All right, guys, thanks so much.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us, Frank. Hopefully we can do this again. I know you're probably tired, so we're going to let you go. And to all those who are waiting, we'll get you in next time. But this was a lot of fun. Frank, it was great to see you again, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Before you go, I just want to tell you something. You know, I told you I give seminars in high school.
Yes.
And I went to Columbine High School in Denver, Colorado. And I gave my speech, a seminar. And then the kids asked me questions. And the first question I got, the kid asked me, were you killed during the war?
What did you say?
I said, I don't think so.
You're like, wait a minute.
Let's go.
Let me check it out.
It makes you second, like, wait a minute, was I? Am I real?
Yeah. I guess you never put it past kids. Huh?
Thank you very much, guys. This is wonderful.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys.
All right, well, have a good week, and everybody watching, join us on June 6th, this Saturday, for our walk. The event link is in the chat, and so
I can't do the whole walk, but I'll do part of it.
That's right. We don't expect you to do the whole
We're
walk.
doing it for you.
We're doing it for you.
Yeah, you don't need to walk. Walking for you.
Thank you, guys.
Walking for
All right.